I've been lucky to work on some really interesting projects.
Well, so tell me, share a little bit.
I've worked on projects from Haiti to the Bahamas to Mexico to Africa to Europe. We've had a lot of interesting projects. I think the one that everybody enjoys the most is moving the space shuttle.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to hear about.
Yeah. So a company came to us, and they had just been awarded the space shuttle program to move the space shuttle from LAX to the California Science Center. And this particular company had just absorbed 2 divisions from another firm that I had trained. When they absorbed those 2 divisions, the 2 divisions were very well run, very well managed, and so the owner of the new company that got the shuttle contract said, "Why are you guys so well managed? How come you know all this stuff? Why are you following the same procedures?" And they said, "Well, William Lawrence Group trained me to do that." So the owner of that company called me, said, "Hey, would you come and talk with me?" And we talked about it, and they said they're moving the shuttle and all those things. And anyway, so they hired me to make sure that the core business continued to operate at the same level or better while literally half of the company was off moving the space shuttle. So we maintained the company, the operations, got the sales, continued the sales, while all the main players and everybody were out preparing to move the space shuttle. Then the night that they moved the space shuttle, the first night, they asked me if I wanted to come down and just be on one of the corners and just wear one of their vests.
Participate, see, watch.
And we hadn't been through any of the training classes. There was a lot of training, and you had to have special badges and all those things. And we didn't have any of that, so we were just sitting at I had my vice president with me and one of my project managers, and we just sat on the corner, and we were going to watch the shuttle come by. And the first thing that happens is we're alone on this corner, and 10 LAPD cars come up. It was their tactical security detail for the shuttle move. And the chief of police gets out of the tactical vehicle and says, "What do we do? Where do we set up?" And I didn't know, but I guessed, and I said, "I think you're going to go there, and I think you're going to set these guys up here, and I think you're going to do this." And I had garnered just enough information to have a little bit of that knowledge. So the rest of the night, whenever they had a question, they'd come over and talk to me because they figured I know what I was talking about. So as the shuttle comes around our corner, they start to experience some trouble getting it around a corner, and there wasn't the right guy with the right badge there. And so I'm not usually shy about stepping in and fixing stuff. So I stepped in and went to the shuttle driver, and I said, "Let's do this and this and this." He adjusted the shuttle, and we went up the hill. Then I continued to walk with them, and they came to another stop, and there were some things in the way, and we all stood around and said, "We can't fix this because the right people aren't here." They wanted Department of Water and Power or somebody to be there. And I asked one of the guys that was with us, I said, "Do you have a knife?" And he said, "Sure." And so I took and I cut a plastic cone off. I physically moved one of the traffic slabs, the traffic protectors, and I directed the shuttle guy to keep going. So the rest of the night I sat right next to the shuttle guy walking backwards for the whole night. So I didn't have a badge, I didn't have security clearance, I didn't have anything, but I'm standing with the guy under the shuttle all night long. So we finally get to the first parking spot, and the original group of police were now at the end of their shift. So the new group of the original group of police who knew who I was were at the end of their shift, and the new group of police comes. Well, the new group of police comes, I'm standing under the shuttle, I don't have any badges, anything else, and I thought they were going to arrest me. So we had to run away and go off the other side. But the first night, you
did the guiding.
We moved the shuttle, and certainly unintended, but
impressive.
It needed to happen, so we jumped in and did it.
Yeah, well, and in Southern California, where I grew up, I'm very familiar with the shuttle, and I remember when that was happening. I didn't know you were there, hadn't met you yet, but that's a pretty interesting story.
Yeah. And not the most interesting part, but the business part of it was that year, that particular client did exceptionally well, not only on the shuttle portion, but they did very well on the other piece because we kept the business going.